It's nice. It's nice. Oh, I see what's happening now. The ASMR of the bread bag.
Would you like to explain?
Yeah, so I've been baking, and so I brought Greg some sourdough because it's lemon blueberry, which I think is like a really nice variation.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And you've put the fate of Dophelia.
Yeah, the bread puns, like I think the worse they are, the better.
Well, do you know what?
During a recent interview, Taylor Swift appeared visibly happy and glowing, prompting the interviewer to comment on her bright and cheerful demeanor. Swift acknowledged that her mood was reflected in her new album, describing it as containing big happy pop tracks while maintaining that it wasn't purely a love album. The conversation revealed Swift's contentment with being sickeningly in love, something she admitted to enjoying immensely. She confessed to previously harboring dark fears about what might happen if she ever found true love, but those concerns had clearly dissipated. When asked about when she first played her new music for Travis Kelce, whom the interviewer playfully dubbed Big Trav, Swift explained that she would share songs with him immediately after returning from recording sessions in Sweden. She described Kelce as incredibly supportive and emphasized his easygoing nature, calling him a real vibes guy, and comparing him to an exclamation mark due to his enthusiastic personality. The interviewer, claiming a longer friendship with Swift than Kelce had, jokingly expressed a desire to check on their relationship and wanting to play catch with the NFL star. Swift assured that Kelce would enthusiastically participate, noting how her male friends all wanted Travis to playfully throw them around or toss them in pools. The conversation touched on numerology, specifically the significance of the numbers 87 and 13, which when added together equal 100, representing their jersey number and Swift's lucky number respectively. Taylor Swift has consistently demonstrated her mastery of storytelling throughout her career, transforming personal experiences of heartbreak and triumph into memorable musical narratives. However, her 12th studio album, The Life of a Showgirl, represents something unprecedented in her catalog, appearing to function as both a love letter to NFL superstar Travis Kelce and a prophetic blueprint for their future together. The album was released just weeks before the couple announced their engagement, suggesting that Swift had somehow managed to write her own romantic destiny into existence. While the world has long witnessed Swift's ability to alchemize pain into poetry, this new chapter showcases her writing about happiness and the prospect of lasting love rather than heartbreak and disappointment. The standout track, Wood, has particularly captured public attention with its sultry Americana influences and deeply meaningful lyrics that seem to predict the couple's future together. In the opening lines, Swift appears to be waiting for a sign that her romantic fortunes are about to change dramatically, singing about not needing to catch a bouquet to know that a hard rock is coming her way. These lyrics operate on multiple levels, referencing both the traditional wedding bouquet toss and the engagement ring that would soon grace her finger, while also nodding to Kelce's reliable presence in her life. The wordplay demonstrates Swift's characteristic cleverness, connecting bouquets with brides-to-be and rocks with engagement rings while expressing her certainty about fate working in her favor. Swift acknowledges her superstitious nature in the song, admitting to being somewhat superstitious while describing how the curse on her was broken by her partner's magic wand, suggesting that together they create their own luck rather than relying on cosmic intervention. The reference to a curse feels intentionally chosen, acknowledging public perception of Swift's previous romantic difficulties while declaring that this relationship represents a fundamental shift in her approach to love and destiny. Subscribe now to stay updated on all the latest celebrity relationship news and music analysis. Devoted Swift fans quickly identified references to Kelce's popular podcast, New Heights, which he co-hosts with his brother Jason, particularly in the lyrics about not having to knock on wood anymore. The phrase, knock on wood, functions as both a traditional superstition and a clever play on the song's title, while simultaneously referencing Kelce's podcast and representing the stability Swift has discovered in their relationship. She sings about no longer needing to engage in wishful thinking or relying on fallen stars for good fortune, having found something concrete and dependable. Swift's extensive discography has long served as a chronological diary of failed relationships, with each song marking another romantic disappointment or heartbreak. However, Wood represents a seismic shift in this pattern, featuring lyrics about forever love and personal transformation through Kelce's influence. She describes being hypnotized and having her eyes opened, using the metaphor of a redwood tree to represent the enduring and immovable nature of their connection. The comparison to a redwood is particularly striking, as these trees are known for their incredible longevity, massive size, and ability to withstand various environmental challenges. When Swift sings about Kelce's love being the key to opening her heart, the lyric represents more than mere romantic sentiment, but rather an admission of trust and vulnerability, indicating that she has finally found someone worthy of complete emotional intimacy. Less than 5 weeks after Wood was written, Swift and Kelce announced their engagement to a world that could barely contain its collective excitement, with their social media announcement featuring their couple nickname, TNT, alongside a dynamite emoji. The cultural response was immediate and overwhelming, as this represented the ultimate plot twist for fans accustomed to tracking Swift's romantic ups and downs through her music. Rather than another breakup anthem, the world was witnessing a marriage proposal from the queen of heartbreak songs. Kelce discussed the engagement on his podcast, expressing his continued amazement at being able to tell people about spending the rest of his life with Swift and admitting that he still felt giddy calling her his fiancée. For longtime fans who had followed every lyric, Easter egg, and cryptic social media posts throughout Swift's career, the engagement felt like the ultimate reward for their dedication and investment in her personal journey. The Life of a Showgirl represents Swift's most self-aware and cinematic work to date, functioning as a concept album that explores the parallel existence of Taylor the artist and Taylor the woman, while blending Broadway theatrical elements with her signature confessional songwriting style. The album launch included a multi-day event featuring theatrical screenings of music videos, lyric videos for every track, and exclusive behind-the-scenes footage shown in cinemas across the country from October 3rd through 5th. These screenings were packed with enthusiastic fans eager to witness the beginning of a new era in Swift's career, one characterized by hope and happiness rather than heartbreak and disappointment. What makes this story particularly compelling extends beyond the romance, fame, or musical achievement to encompass Swift's apparent ability to manifest her own destiny through her artistry. Rather than simply dreaming about love, she wrote about it extensively, sang about it passionately, and through this creative process seemed to make it materialize in reality. Swift has previously discussed songwriting as a form of magic spell casting, and what appears to represent the ultimate incantation, conjuring a partner who matches her ambition, intensity, and passion for both public performance and private moments. Swift's journey resonates deeply with countless women who have been criticized for being too much, too emotional, too ambitious, or too complicated for traditional relationship expectations. In Kelce, she appears to have found a partner strong enough to stand beside her rather than behind her, secure enough to celebrate her achievements, and wise enough to recognize when to step back and allow her to shine in the spotlight she has earned. Swift's engagement transcends typical celebrity headline status to represent a significant cultural moment for millions of fans worldwide, serving as proof that extraordinary success, emotional honesty, and lasting love can coexist on one's own terms. The announcement serves as a powerful reminder that fairy tales are not exclusively reserved for fictional narratives, but can manifest in real life for those willing to wait for genuine connection. The public response has been nothing short of electric, with social media platforms exploding with tributes, memes, heartfelt congratulations, think pieces, Twitter threads, and various conspiracy theories about the timeline of the song's creation and the proposal. Subscribe to our channel for more exclusive celebrity updates and behind-the-scenes content. Beneath all the online noise and speculation lies a deeper, more meaningful message about refusing to settle for less than extraordinary love and waiting for a connection that feels as solid and enduring as a redwood tree. Looking toward the future, Swift's historical pattern suggests that she will continue letting her music communicate her experiences and emotions, with The Life of a Showgirl already receiving critical acclaim as her most mature and vulnerable work to date. With a wedding on the horizon, fans are naturally speculating about the content and tone of her next musical project, wondering whether it will celebrate new beginnings, reflect on her journey thus far, or perhaps characteristically blend both approaches. One certainty remains that Swift has never exercised greater control over her personal narrative, having successfully transformed heartbreak into art, art into prophecy, and prophecy into reality, with Kelce supporting her throughout this evolution. Together, they appear ready to write what could become the greatest love story of their generation, a narrative that is only just beginning to unfold. The enduring appeal of Taylor Swift's story lies in her relatability, as she remains fundamentally human despite her extraordinary success, displaying the same hopes, fears, and search for meaning that characterizes the human experience in an often chaotic and challenging world.